Guys, I don't know if I'd be able to do this review. Because I didn't know if my Walmart would have this movie. I've heard people talk about this movie. It was on Shudder. And I don't have Shudder. I can't afford streaming services. So I didn't know if I was ever going to be able to review this. But they released a DVD. And then my Walmart is picky sometimes on what DVDs they get. Or Blu-rays. And they get movies. What movies they get. So went to Walmart yesterday. I had my fingers crossed. And I found it. Didn't have time to watch it yesterday because I had to download a video game. And then did 2 reviews yesterday. Zombieland, Double Tap, and Are You Afraid of the Dark? And I just decided to take the rest of the night off with it. Downloaded and I finished uploading those reviews. But I knew I had to do it right first thing this morning. Have it in, watch it, and see for myself what I thought about this movie. I'm keeping it a secret, but if y'all are watching this, you know what movie it is. It's Haunt. Like I said, I heard things about this from the writers of A Quiet Place and produced by Eli Roth. I do admit, I was a little bit skeptic because the last movie I watched that was produced by Eli Roth was actually directed by Eli Roth. Okay, so that's the difference. I like Cabin Fever. That's a good Eli Roth movie, but he's produced this one. And it was directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods. They also wrote it. What it is these, assuming they're supposed to be college students, right? They're at a Halloween party, and while driving, the one girl, Harper, she thinks that someone is following them, and they turn in, and they see a sign for a haunted house, and they go to it. Now, a little backstory with this character of Harper. She is being physically abused by her boyfriend. You first see her, she's covering up a black eye with makeup. And it's hinted at, but never actually said. But I believe she was more than physically abused by her father and or stepfather. And she said that her house where she grew up was haunted. And she let her friend borrow her mother's ring, which gets lost. These friends, they find this place. I think she believes that her boyfriend was the one that was following her, or them. And she even believes that her boyfriend's behind this thing. But it's not. It's a bunch of weirdos. I think they're supposed to be like demons or something. Because they wear these kind of masks like this, right? Underneath, they're have deformed faces. And, yeah. So let's talk about this, alright? I like this movie. I really dug it. There are some parts that got me a little like they did the cliche, alright? They did the cliche. One of the cliches that I hate in horror movies. Someone's coming to the rescue and then nope, because they get killed before they can rescue them. I hate that. Alright, there's this whole side plot where the boyfriend, Sam, is looking for Harper. What they do is, they give a reason why they don't have cell phones. They have to put them in a lockbox. Right away, when they told me that, I'd be like, no, we're leaving. I'm not giving up my phone. Not for personal reasons. Not because it's my phone and I don't want to give it up. Because shit's going down and I ain't giving up my phone. We're leaving right now. Alright? I know, they give up their phones and put it in a lockbox. But the boyfriend is able to track her phone somehow. And he's on the way. I'm like, okay. this is good. As long as they don't pull the rug out from under this and turn it around, which they did, because he gets there and he goes in the haunted house, which, okay, the one guy, Nathan, he was outside, right? They showed that he got out. He's the dude with the hat on backwards. I was supposed to wear my hat backwards. But he's like the final guy. They showed that he got out, right? And he's standing in the front of the building. But when the boyfriend gets there, there's no one there. And we never see Nathan leave that area until it's shown that he went back to save Harper. But still, I think it would have been better if Sam showed up, right? Because power numbers, strength of numbers. Sam showed up, Nathan was there, and he explains to them what happened. They both go in together so they can kick some ass. But no, Nathan's not there. Sam shows up, and he goes in looking for him, and he gets taken out and killed. I'm like, what was the point? Other than giving him a vehicle to escape in, which his vehicle is... So he walked all the way... I don't know. But... yeah, they killed the boyfriend. It's the only part of this movie that frustrates me. Well, not the only part. It's one of the parts. So, Andrew Caldwell, who hasn't been in other movies, College, Mitch Bilski on Henry Danger, which I thought it was kind of funny. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but like one of the people working there, he said his name was Mitch. I'm like, hey. He's like, what's your last name, Mitch? I'm like, Bilski? But no, it didn't. They have deformed faces, except for one of them who actually tries to help, and then he gets killed. It's another part that I don't like. Like, someone's trying to help them. That's good, they can get out. Shot in the head. Why introduce that character then? Why introduce this character that can help them if you're just gonna shoot them in the head? I'm just saying. Yeah, plot twist. But it's the kind of thing. Why introduce this character that's gonna help them if he's gonna get shot in the head? Why have the boyfriend come to try to help if he's gonna get killed? It doesn't make any sense. Now, I know I'm complaining, bitching, whining, whatever. It's my opinion. But like I said, I did like this movie, and that's to the ending, and we'll get to that. Okay, that goes down to the ending. We'll get to that. So, you go through, it's just regular, maze. Like, Are You Afraid of the Dark? It's all part of the show. And then they see, there's smoke, whatever. At that point, they're still trying to maintain the illusion, but there's this woman that is screaming to help. And I don't think that was part of the show, but they said it to look like part of the show, because later they do the same thing to one of their friends, and they just stab her in the head. And then Mitch says that she's waiting outside. So eventually, Andrew Caldwell, let's see, how many people were there? There's Harper, Nathan, Andrew Caldwell, the blonde chick, the other chick, the African-American chick, Haley, and I think that's it. Alright? And the blonde chick is the first one to get taken out, and the other ones. The other chick, she gets killed, stabbed to the head with a pitchfork, and then that leaves 4. Haley is accidentally killed by Harper because she thinks it's the ghost dude. So she's killed, leaving 3. And they do this thing. This is another thing that miffs me. Okay, they do this thing, and I'm waiting for them to reveal it, alright? They keep talking about, take off your mask, show me your face, or whatever. And, just put on your mask, or take off your mask, or whatever. And, when they show Andrew Caldwell's character outside with Mitch, right? Mitch is like, do you still want to see my face? I said, no, it's cool, man. First of all, run, fat ass. Alright? You are outside, you are free. Run. Okay, I don't care if there's a guy standing there with a hammer. It's a hammer. Run. It's not a shotgun, it's a hammer. Most he can do is throw it at you, and he would probably miss. So just run. Okay, I know you're fat, You know, the Zombieland rules, fatties fail, but run, alright? You are out, you're free, run, go get the fucking cops. Because at this point, there were still like the other three that were alive were still in there. Run, get the cops, alright? Even if they can't get the vehicle, run. Let the cops do something. But no, he stands there. Where are the phones? And then it cuts to something inside the building, and then they come back, and he's just dead. And then the guy rips off his face. So I'm waiting for one of those guys, or at least the ghost guy, to take off the ghost mask and reveal Caldwell's face. But they don't do that. Maybe they thought it would be a little Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But why did they show him ripping off the guy's face with a hammer if they're not going to capitalize on that? I don't know, but I was waiting for that to, to happen, and it didn't. So then we have the last two, Harper and Nathan, alright? And then goes back in to get Harper. They do this great scene where Harper is under the bed and they flash back to when she was a child and her dad was looking for her. She's hiding underneath the bed. And I'm like, okay, that's good. They don't explicitly tell us that he, did something, but you can kind of connect the dots together that maybe wasn't the nicest guy. So they finally get out, they get ready to leave, and she sees her boyfriend and almost goes back. But she doesn't. She stops, she looks, and you think maybe she's going to go back for him, but she doesn't. And then that makes you think she's over him, right? Because before, it's one of those relationships where he would beat her and she'd just cover for him. Oh, no. He's fine. But I think this was the moment she's like, fuck him. Because he could still have been someone alive. I don't know if we ever see him actually die. He could have been, he's dead now because what happens towards the end, but so they basically kill all the people. There's the guy with the chainsaw left. You got these ones. You have the devil, the ghost, the clown, the witch, and the guy with the chainsaw. And there's this room where the devil is chasing Harper, and there's a gun that goes off, and she pushes his face, so he gets shot. He's dead. The ghost, aforementioned ghost, is killed off by Nathan. And the witch is stomped the face in by Nathan as well, I think. Which leaves the clown and the chainsaw guy, and Nathan takes care of the chainsaw guy as they climb over the barbed wire fence. They put a blanket on it to climb over. She comes over. He gets shot, which doesn't really play in anything. The clown's still there, so he's going to be hard to get up there. The clown's going to come kill him, and she's the final girl. She has to be the only one left alive. But no, he survives. All right? Then they do this. And this is what really gets me, alright? It's smart. The clown burns the haunted house. Sets it on fire, right? The two survivors get into a truck, the boyfriend's truck, and they drive. And then you see cops and emergency responders, fire department, because the fire's happening. And then you cut to they're loading up Nathan into the hospital, the ambulance, and then you see a scene of Harper going back to her childhood home, but that's a dream. She wakes up in the hospital, and they say that Nathan's fine. He's in the next room, and she's fine. She's got this bruise stuff, and then we cut. This is what really sold it for me. The ending. The clown finds where Harper lives. Right? Because he was going through their phone, so he knows their addresses. And it's even shown that the ghost knew Caldwell's address. And he says it out loud. So he goes in, he gets stuck in some glue stuff, gets his hand, he ends up falling, causes him a trip, gets his hand stuck in his spikes, pulls it up, and take off your mask. She kills him. Movie ends. Fuck yeah. She got her revenge. Last motherfucker left. Could they do a sequel? Technically, yes. Should they? No. How could they do a sequel? Well, we only saw these four, the chainsaw guy, right? But there could be more people involved in this. Like, there was that guy that was working for them, and he was told that if he killed someone, he would get a face. So how do we know there isn't more to this weird monster face cult out there? And this was only one chapter, and there's more, like, little groups out there. We don't know that. So, in theory, there could be a sequel, but I don't think it needs one. I think this is a solid ending. If they were to continue Eli Roth, it would ruin this ending. And there's some movies where, oh, you could build upon that. Yes, but that seldom ever happens with sequels. All right, you know, with T2 being a prime example of how it does work, and Aliens. T2 and Aliens are prime examples of how it works. Terminator Salvation and Alien 3 are reasons why they don't work. Alright? Like you say, well, what about Terminator 3? I actually like Terminator 3. And I think the ending is ballsy, but it works for the way that that should have been the end of the trilogy. We had Salvation, we had Genesis, and then we got Dark Fate. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm not reviewing that right away. I am gonna go see it, but yeah, Hunt, pretty good film. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for me. Yeah, so go check this out. If you got Shudder, watch it on there. If you go to Walmart or a Best Buy and you see this on DVD, buy that shit. All right, $15 at Walmart. So yeah, buy that shit. So that's. What are your thoughts? Those of you who have watched, what's your thoughts on Hunt? Let me know in the comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I love peace and chicken grease.